Favorite guilt-free, yummy pasta recipe with pesto, onion, garlic, hot water, salt that water. We put our chickpea pasta in. This is my favorite pasta ever. It's guilt-free and so yummy. Zucchini fries. Let's go. Butter, garlic, onion, zucchinis, olive oil, pesto. Mix it all together. Add kale, add pasta, add cheese. You're done.
If you guys love my whipped strawberry milk, then you will love whipped chocolate milk. First, you need 1 tablespoon of Nesquik chocolate, 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and whisk until it's fluffy. I served over iced almond milk and topped with chocolate chips. And that's how you make whipped chocolate milk.
Ganache that I dyed pink. Dip your glass in there.
Down the sides, and even on the inside. Now for some blue, do the same thing. Just let it drip down the outside.
In a blender, put 1 cup of milk. Of the cotton candy flavoring. 4 to 5 scoops of our cotton candy ice cream. Now it seems like I'm missing something. Oh, Colin.
Oh! Hey, Fun Foods, so you're making a cotton candy shake, right? What about some cotton candy crunch?
Thank you. Now let's pour a little bit of this in here. About half a cup. And blend. Now pour it into our glass.
Decorate with some Cool Whip. A handful of crushed cotton candy Captain Crunch cereal. Colorful lollipop. Another colorful lollipop. And some cotton candy.
Now time for the taste test. That is good. You can even eat some with your tiny spoon. Always better with a tiny spoon.
Brown sugar boba ice cream is sold out everywhere, so let's make it. Boil tapioca pearls. Add brown sugar. Make brown sugar syrup. Heavy cream. Vanilla extract syrup. Now start layering. Add your boba and syrup. Your cream. Inserts. Dog barking. Freeze for 3 hours.
For today, we're making the best crostini ever. We need fresh, homemade focaccia, butter, mozzarella, anchovies, a little bit of tomato, salt, pepper, and olive oil. Start melting the butter in a pan. At the time, add the anchovies and melt the anchovies with the butter in the time. Preheat the oven on broiler for 450 degrees. Mozzarella on top of the pizza. Pepper in there. Put the bruschetta in the oven, the crostini. When the mozzarella is melted, like 3 minutes, put it out. Add the anchovy sauce. Add the tomato. Pepper. Wow. So good.
Yo, I'm about to make some garlic bread. Get a whole bowl of garlic first. Dump it on the aluminum. Hit it with olive oil. Wrap this into a pouch. Put it in the oven at 380 degrees. Let it sit for like an hour. Get a brick and a half of butter. Make sure that butter is soft. Cut open this bread. Took the garlic out of the oven. Look how righteous that looks, yo. Let the garlic meet the butter. Hit it with some parsley. Pulverize them together. Yo, soak the bread with this olive oil, butter, parsley, garlic concoction. Bong bong. Add some Parmesan. I call that manifest destiny. Dump this in the oven at 360 degrees for 15 minutes. Garlic bread out of the oven. Yo, cut this up. Yo, peep the details. Taste it for the culture. Righteous.
Oh no, honey, you are not using that box mix. Today we're going to make some brownies from scratch. Start by melting 1 cup of butter. 2 sticks of butter is equal to 1 cup. Mix in 2 cups of sugar and a half a cup of chocolate chips. I used Ghirardelli chocolate. Add in 4 eggs and a tablespoon of vanilla, then mix together. Sift 1 cup of all-purpose flour with 2/3 a cup of cocoa powder and 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder. I also add a pinch of sea salt here. Fold the flour into the batter in batches. Remember that instant coffee you bought for the whipped coffee trend? You're gonna add a half a teaspoon of that here. Pour your batter into a pan and top with chocolate chips. Bake at 350 for 40 minutes. And try not to eat the entire batch. Or do, fuck it.
Pop open a can of your favorite pre-made pizza dough and roll it out on a cutting board. Cut the pizza dough into 4 to 6 pieces, depending on the size of the portion that you want. Fill the pizza pockets with your favorite toppings. Make sure and use plenty of cheese, but save the sauce for later. Once you have the amount of pizza toppings that you want, put the other piece of dough right on top. Then roll the side shut and use a hard pinch at the end to make sure to get it tightly closed. Take your pizza pocket and put it on a preheated waffle iron. You'll want to cook it for 7 to 8 minutes. Once it's brown, take it out, put it on a plate, and cut it open. Make sure and have a bowl of pizza sauce on the side for the finishing touch on the meal.
Today we're making homemade cotton candy flavored ice cream. In a large bowl, add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Whisk until it forms stiff peaks. And by now, you know how we test this. Nothing comes out. It's good. Fold in 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk.
Add 2 tablespoons of sugar and half a teaspoon of cotton candy flavoring. Fold in.
Now divide it into 2 different bowls.
Add blue food coloring to one. And fold. And pink to this one.
Now fill a freezer-safe dish, a little bit at a time, different colors. A little bit of blue, and keep alternating. Tap it down, cover with plastic wrap, freeze 4 to 6 hours. When your ice cream's frozen, pull it out of the freezer.
Scoop it out.
Now for the taste test. With what else? Our tiny spoon, of course.
"60-second recipes."
Set your cremator to broil on high. Get some hairspray, spray down a cremation tray, set it to the side. Get some twigs from your grandma's backyard. Choppy into a bowl. 2 wild cage-free limes. Milk them. 2 tablespoons agua. Same amount of oil that hasn't had sex yet. A little cumin. White people spice. Spoonful of anti-vampire pellets. About a tablespoon of bee jizz. Some sweaty pellets, some sweaty powder. Optional, but if you want to crank up the heat, add just a few drops of super sweat liquid. Oh yeah. Whisk. Rainbow earth cups. For the watch. For the watch again. Find Nemo and arrange his carcass on the cremation tray. Where's my dad? Put your earth cup wedges around Nemo's carcass. Crying pellets. Pour mixture over top. Top rack for 10 minutes.
Yes, people, today we're going to make some lockdown smileys. Let's start with boiling potatoes until soft. Mash it up and add corn flour, seasoning and oil. Roll it out flat so we can start shaping the faces. Do it with a cookie cutter. Lay them on a tray and get your high-tech sad face kit. Make all them little potato brothers look sad. Deep fry until brown. If you pay just £2 a month, you can... Nah, mate, he's going straight in some ketchup and getting finessed.
So I won a contest making this apple crisp with maple whipped cream, and you need to make it. Peel and thinly slice 4 large Granny Smith and 4 large Fuji apples. Double the amount of apples if you have small ones. I use a mix of apples because the Granny Smith bring a tartness and the Fuji bring a sweetness. They work really well together. In a large bowl, combine your apples, sugar, flour, cinnamon, and water. Mix well and set aside. In another bowl, add flour, quick cooking oats, brown sugar, baking soda, baking powder, and a stick of cold diced butter. Use a pastry cutter to mix it all together. Pour apples in a 9x13 dish and pile on all the topping. Squeeze each handful of topping, then crumble on. Bake for 1 hour and 15 minutes at 350 degrees uncovered. While that bakes, make your whipped cream. Mix heavy whipping cream, sugar, and maple flavor on high until soft peaks form. Put it on top of the crisp, sprinkle with cinnamon, and serve.
मैं कल राती देखिया डरीम मुंडिया मौसम भी होया सी हसीन मुंडिया प्यार वाली दोनां विच गल चलदी रोमांटिक जा चलदा सी सीन मुंडिया मैं कल राती देखिया डरीम मुंडिया मौसम भी होया सी हसीन मुंडिया प्यार वाली दोनां विच गल चलदी रोमांटिक जा चलदा सी सीन मुंडिया तू जद आवे मेरे कोल दिल विच पैन हौल तू आवे जद कोल दिल विच पैन हौल झट खुली मेरी अख मुंडिया तू जट्टा जट्टी दा क्रश आवे गल्लां ते बलाश हावे इदां ना तू तक मुंडिया तू जट्टा जट्टी दा क्रश आवे गल्लां
Here's how I make better than Olive Garden fettuccine alfredo. Prepare 2 boxes of fettuccine noodles to al dente. While those are cooking, start the sauce by melting 1 stick of Kerrygold butter over medium heat. Add 3 cloves of minced garlic, and for this, I use the garlic press. Cook 2 minutes until it becomes fragrant. Don't burn the garlic. Whisk in 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and cook for 7 to 8 minutes until it thickens. Whisk in 1.5 cups of grated Parmesan cheese and a half teaspoon of pepper. Cook for 2 minutes more and turn off the heat. Add to strained noodles and experience pure bliss. This is so much better than Olive Garden.